Okay, so it is, by my calculation, 3:05, or at least that's what my clock says. We'll see. Welcome this afternoon. My name is Deborah Lee, and I'm one of the directors of Travel and Visitor Sales here at the Greater Miami Convention Visitors Bureau. Just want to thank you for joining us for our Miami Moments webinar this afternoon featuring Hotel Greystone, Miami Beach's newest adults-only boutique hotel. So we're excited to hear from Hotel Greystone, but prior to that, I'm just going to give you a little bit of update on what's happening in the destination. So I'm just going to share a couple slides with you. I'll try to go through with the slides relatively quickly so that we can hear from Anne and Mark and all about the Greystone. Beautiful property. I have not seen it since it's been finished. I did get a sneak peek a couple months back, and so I'm super excited to actually go back and see it very soon. But let's get started with a little bit of an update here in Miami. What's happening? What's happening? Lots happening. All right. So greetings from Miami Beach, because that's where we're going to be joining you from later on this afternoon. And actually, it looks exactly like this, folks. I mean, the weather is spectacular. So I apologize in advance for those of you that it's snowing or 11 degrees. It is just picture perfect, beautiful here in our area. So you've got to come on down. This slide is not, it's very difficult to see, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea. As I mentioned, I'm with the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. We make mention of Greater Miami because the area, it's actually 34 different municipalities in one county, so Miami-Dade County. And we are the official destination marketing organization for Miami-Dade County. So we represent, today we just happen to be joining you from Miami Beach, but all of the cities in between, from Aventura all the way down to Florida City, all of those beautiful cities and neighborhoods that are so varied in terms of the offering here. We're so fortunate to have such a variety in terms of what our destination has to offer. We represent all of those cities. So just want to kind of give you an idea of what's happening. So we have a lot of new airline service into Miami. By the way, folks, if you have any questions, please feel free to put it into the chat and we'll address it at the end. That would be the best way in terms of making sure that we answer any of the questions that you might have. So please feel free to put anything in the chat. So we have a lot of new airline service into Miami we've had since the pandemic started. Southwest Airlines kind of kicked things off when they started service to Miami back in November of 2020. They now have 16 daily nonstop flights, 1616. JetBlue started service, inaugural service, back in February of last year. So it's almost a year since JetBlue has been operating into Miami. They also have 16 daily flights. Spirit Airlines is the newest low-cost carrier to join us, and they started service to Miami in October of last year. And they're up to about 30 flights daily, domestic and international. Emirates also started with us last summer with 4 times a week service from Dubai. And that service is actually going to daily come April. So we're super excited about that. And then Alaska Airlines, Seattle Miami service will begin in June of this year. So all of my West Coast folks, lots of ways to get you and your clients to our destination. Of course, our largest carrier in and out of Miami is American Airlines, and they've added several new flights for the winter season. But while a lot of people may not realize, we also have a Brightline, which is high-speed rail. This Brightline was suspended pretty much for the most of the pandemic and resumed service back on November 8th, 2021, when our international borders reopened. When I say it's high-speed rail, it takes basically 30 minutes to go from Miami to Fort Lauderdale, and then another 30 minutes up to West Palm Beach. Now, there are 3 city stations currently that Brightline operates. So it operates from downtown Miami to Fort Lauderdale, and the Fort Lauderdale station is approximately 3 miles from Fort Lauderdale's airport. And then it terminates currently in West Palm Beach City Center. There's first and business class service. Select and Smart is what it's called. And roughly the pricing for Brightline runs from $14 to $37 one way. We have some new stations coming this year. We're very excited about. We'll still have a station in Aventura, which is just outside of the Sunny Isles Beach area. Aventura is where the largest shopping mall in the state of Florida is located, and a very popular area in the northern part of Miami-Dade County. And then we're also getting a stop in Boca Raton. That station just broke ground last week. And then Port of Miami, that station is under review. So we will know hopefully in a couple months whether or not Brightline will go directly into the Port of Miami, which will be certainly a welcome service if that does happen. And then the big news with regards to Brightline is this summer. Coming this summer, we do not have a date yet, but Brightline will be operating to Orlando and directly into Orlando International Airport. So that would be the only airport station, so to speak, that Brightline will have. So really exciting stuff coming out of Brightline. I always like to tell folks, about getting around Miami and some of the free transportation that's offered. Really important to know that, yes, we have Uber, Lyft, taxis, transportation services are readily available. However, we do offer something that's pretty special, I think. And, I always like to say you're welcome because this is taxpayer dollars at work, and that's a trolley. So we offer this little trolley, if you'll see in this top photo, that runs various routes throughout our various cities, and it's free. You just simply hop on. There's a scheduled service, so you would just, if you were to Google trolley tracker, you would be able to find out the schedule, for example, wherever you're staying. So if you're on Miami Beach and you Google trolley tracker, you could see exactly where the stops are located on Miami Beach. If you were in Brickell, if you were in Kendall, anywhere you are, you'd be able to see exactly where where the trolley moves. But again, awesome service. It's free to use. You can hop on, hop off. Drivers don't even accept tips. I mean, it's completely free. So again, you're welcome. Taxpayers' dollars at work. So another mode of transportation, so to speak, is freebie. Freebie, while it's not readily available throughout the county, just in certain areas like Miami Beach, downtown Miami, and the port area. Freebie is basically that elongated golf cart that you see in the lower photograph there. You download an app called Ride Freebie, and you basically, it picks you up from where you're located and drops you off within a specific radius. Okay, so just a couple ways of getting around while you're here. Cruising is back from Port Miami. We're super excited about that. Things resumed last year. So cruising, as we like to say, from the cruise capital of the world. Why is it called the cruise capital of the world? Well, 22 cruise lines call Port Miami home. And so Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines kicked off cruising's resumption last July. But there are so many other things, exciting things happening at the port. Virgin Voyages Terminal V officially opens next Sunday, February 13th. So we're very excited about that. Carnival Cruise Line's expansion of Terminal F is underway. And this is because we're going to be Carnival Celebration, which is an LNG powered ship, is going to be operating from Port Miami in later this year. So the terminal needed to be expanded to accommodate this very large ship, and it's currently underway. That's a rendering of what it will look like when it's completed. And the MSC mega terminal. Why is it a mega terminal? Well, MSC Cruises will be breaking ground next month on a mega terminal, which will allow them to berth 2 ships simultaneously. That's why it's called a mega terminal. So very, very excited about that and what that will bring to our destination. Of course, we've had many new hotels open over the last 2 years, from Coral Gables to South Beach to Aventura to Dadeland to Brickell. All of these properties opened within the last 2 years. And, so we have new products, all kinds of great things to offer you. We're going to be hearing from Hotel Greystone shortly. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware. We also have a couple new attractions, Museum of Illusions, located on Miami Beach, and Super Blue Miami. Museum of Illusions is really one of those things where, as you can see, it's one of those Instagrammable moments. It's creating that art of illusion. And then Super Blue is actually a digital immersive art experience. It is the only permanent digital immersive art experience. Think visiting Van Gogh and all of those that have been traveling. Super Blue is permanent. It's always here. It actually was the first of its kind in the world until one recently opened in London. So its sister attraction opened in London last month. And just like how cruising, we have got new hotels, new restaurants, new attractions, we have events. Live events are also back. So we're very excited about that. Upcoming, we have the Miami International Boat Show, Boat and Yacht Show, which takes place between the Convention Center on Miami Beach and downtown Miami. We also have the Coconut Grove Arts Festival. That will be back February 19th through the 21st in Coconut Grove, one of our really popular arts festivals, one of the largest in the world, actually, at least in the country. And then we have the South Beach Wine and Food Festival, February 24th through the 27th. It is in its 21st year, so very excited about that, coming back at its full capacity. Jazz in the Gardens also returns after a 2-year pause, March 12th through the 13th at Hard Rock Stadium. The Miami Open Tennis also returning to Hard Rock Stadium, March 21st through April 3rd. Ultra Music Festival, which is EDM music, March 25th through the 27th, down Bayfront Park, which is located in downtown Miami. And the premiere, the creme de la creme, we're so thrilled to have Formula One Miami Grand Prix in its inaugural year, May 8th, 2022 at Hard Rock Stadium. Formula One, just so you know, will run for 10 years. And so we're very excited to have been selected as one of the cities to host Formula One. But all of this information, because I know it can be overwhelming, available on our website. So you can certainly check our website, Miami and miamibeach.com. There you can see the webcam, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about with regards to the weather today. I'm not making it up. It really is 75 degrees and sunny, but you can check for yourself on the website through our webcams. Have our virtual experiences for those that can't quite make it just yet. But we also have our travel professionals page, which is available for you to access our digital library, so you can download photos, videos. You can see who you need to reach out to on our team. You can check out other Miami Moments virtual events that we've hosted in the past. You can also become a Greater Miami and Beaches travel specialist. We have an online 4-chapter course where you can learn even more about the destination and become a specialist, get in our database, and also be, once you've completed the program, have the opportunity to possibly come here and experience Miami on a fam. Or you can also keep up with us on social media through Miami and Beaches on Instagram, Visit Miami on Facebook, and Greater Miami CVB on Twitter. So many ways that you can always know what is happening in the destination. Again, I'm Deborah Lee. My colleague Joe DeCarl isn't on because he's actually handling some other things at the moment, but you can reach out to either one of us or traveltrade@gmcvb.com. That's also an email address that you can reach out to contact us. We are so excited about our newest adults only boutique property on Miami Beach, Hotel Greystone. So at this point, I'm actually going to be turning it over to Anne and Mark from Hotel Greystone so they can tell you all about it. And of course, the big prize at the end, which you have to be on and available to win. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to turn it over to Mark and Anne.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. So first of all, thank you so much to the GMCVB and Deborah for providing us this opportunity to talk to you a little bit about Hotel Greystone today. We're really excited and we really are very grateful to be able to present to all of you Hotel Greystone. So I'd like to introduce, first of all, Mark, who is our sales manager, who is on property at Hotel Greystone. And my name is Anne, as Deborah mentioned, and I am the director of sales for Hotel Greystone, but also the corporate director of sales for Salt Hotels. So before we jump in and talk about Hotel Greystone, I just wanted to just give you a very brief overview of, who Salt is, what is Salt Hotels all about. And Salt Hotels is a management company that is a homegrown collection of hotels that was founded by David Bowd and Kevin O'Shea, who are our partners and co-founders. And our properties are truly focused on service and led by design. So in addition to Hotel Greystone in Miami, just for your information, we have 2 hotels in Provincetown, Massachusetts. We have 1 property in Kingston, New York. We have Hotel Greystone, and we're very excited to announce that we'll be taking over management of a gorgeous property in Los Angeles in the imminent future. So lots to look forward to. But now let's talk about Hotel Greystone, because that's what we're here to talk about. And Mark will take you through our little presentation of Hotel Greystone, which we just took over management last year and reopened in mid-September of 2021. So we're very excited to be part of the GMCVB, and again, excited to be able to showcase our little hotel to you today. Mark?
Great. Thank you so much, Anne. Hello, everyone. Thanks again, for joining, taking the time to listen to us and hear us speak about Hotel Greystone. Thanks, Deborah, for arranging everything and inviting us. We're thrilled to be here. Let me pull up here our presentation so we can get into Greystone Hotel. So as mentioned, hopefully, everybody can see that we're good there. As mentioned, we are a new property that we just opened at the end of September in 2021. We are located on Collins and 20th. So for those that are familiar, we are right in the heart of South Beach. We're across from the Setai for anyone who is familiar with that. Opposite side of the beach, but we do also provide our guests with lounge chairs and beach access. So in a fantastic location. We're located in a Art Deco building built in 1939, so by Henry Hohauser. So an historic building, but on the inside, everything has been transformed and renovated. So everything is clean, modern, very design oriented, as Anne mentioned. So you've got the best of both worlds, a little bit of touch of history, but a nice touch of the clean, modern sleekness as well. And perfect. So as you can see, so we've got some photos here to show. So this is our lobby. So everything in the property really focuses on some light colors, a lot of greenery, beige tones, pink tones, really light and open there. About the property. So one of the main things that has also been mentioned, we are an adults only hotel. So we are 21 and over only to check in, to stay at the hotel, to use all of our facilities, restaurants, bars, things like that. So 21 and over, which makes us very unique, as there's only a very select few in Miami that are adults only. So that's always fun. Great for bachelorette parties, adult weekend getaways, tons of different things. So no worries of having little screaming children around if for that couple is that wants to experience a nice quiet weekend away. Our property also consists of 2 buildings. So we are the front building is our Collins building. It's your more traditional hotel. Everything's inside. It's where you're going to find our rooftop pool area. You're going to find our restaurant, Saravan. You're going to find our bar, the Greystone Jazz Bar, and everything is more indoor access to the guest rooms. And then behind that, we've got our courtyard building, which is more of your traditional Miami escape, I'd say. All of the access to the rooms are accessed via outdoor corridors. We've got a beautiful courtyard located in the middle of that building. There's a cafe, Kobo Cafe, that spills out into the courtyard there. And that's the only spot that will be accessible to guests that are under 21 years old. So that Kobo Cafe, which I'll get into a little bit more once we touch on some of our F&B outlets. But yes, continuing in. So about the property. So we do have 91 guest rooms. So as you can see, here's a nice photo of some of the elements in the guest room. Very light, again, as mentioned, modern, sleek, beige tones, open. We don't want to overcrowd the guest room. Everything is very, minimal. We don't want to have too much clutter in there. We want the guests to be able to come in, place their things where they want to place them, and make it their kind of home away from home. As mentioned, 91 guest rooms, and of those 91 guest rooms, we have 10 suites, and 8 of those suites are going to feature a private terrace with a jacuzzi tub. Just pay attention to that and remember that number. That's something really, really unique that we have here. 8 suites with a private terrace and a jacuzzi tub. So those are fun, great spots to hang out. And we're going to have a little sneak peek of one later as well once we're through with this. Again, getting into, this is one of our penthouses. Very beautiful. I mean, design elemented. The design was done by one of our co-founders, Kevin O'Shea, along with our ownership team, and everything was completely redone before we opened as well. So very new, clean looking as we get into here. Beautiful. We partner with Malin & Getz, as you can see. So Malin & Getz's botanical line is who we use for all of our bathroom amenities. So they're great partners to us, and we love them. On the right, you can see one of our rooms that's located in our Collins building. So they've got a little bit more of the blue accents and blue touches in the guest room, whereas in our courtyard building was some that we've just seen here previously. A little bit more of the beige tones, not as much blue accents, but some pink tones in there as well. I'm here. We do have a resort fee. So as mentioned with the resort fee, it would be at $42 a night, but included in that is going to be beach access. So even though we are opposite side of the beach, we do have a designated area on the beach for lounge chairs that our guests can access with their pink, Greystone hotel towels or their room key. So we have attendees out there able to assist them. We also have then access to our rooftop pool and bar area as part of that resort fee. Wi-Fi is included. And then we have complimentary 2 bottles of water in the guest room. And currently we are offering a complimentary breakfast. So we have a little bit of a coffee cart located in our courtyard that offers coffee and pastries to our guests complimentary, staying on from 7 to 10 in the morning. That will change, however, once we open up our cafe, but I'll get into a little bit once we touch more on the F&B again. So I'll get into those details there. But yeah, so we're excited to show off this fantastic product here, and some of the, hopefully you enjoyed those photos there. Getting into the F&B, as I'll just switch over here. Can you see, did it switch over for you, Deborah? Can you just maybe give it a little nod? Perfect. All right. So we'll get into our main restaurant, Saraven, right here. So our main restaurant is a combination of French rotisserie and Japanese izakaya. It's led by our executive chef, Pawan Pinisetti, who comes to us with amazing amounts of experience. He's been featured on the Travel Network and Food Channel. He's featured on the TV show Chopped and has won that TV show. He worked out in Las Vegas at a few very, very well-known restaurants there before joining the team here and creating his vision of Saraven. And it's absolutely phenomenal. The reviews that we've heard from guests who have experienced it, myself who I've experienced it, it's second to none. The food quality, the experience, it's amazing, really. And this was, as mentioned, Pawan Pinisetti's beautiful vision there. And you can see this is Chef Pawan here on the left, or on the right here, actually. So this is his vision and creating this amazing restaurant located right in our hotel. We also have the Greystone Jazz Bar. So a beautiful, sophisticated, elegant bar just above. It's kind of located on a mezzanine level right above the restaurant. So there's a nice separation, but you still have a nice ambiance and nice atmosphere from both kind of combining. There's a grand piano located in here. So we've got a lot of live music throughout the week and weekends, pianists, jazz trios. We've got actually stand-up comedy on Tuesday nights. So lots of different activations and events going on in the bar, which are all a lot of fun to be a part of. So almost every evening, we've got something else going on there. Very exciting into there. So, it kind of gives you a little bit of an escape from 2022 as, you're kind of taken into the past or future, a little bit of both. So great combinations there. We also have a rooftop pool bar. So as mentioned, we do have the pool area, and then we have the bar area on the rooftop. So the bar area, as us being still a new property, it's not quite open yet, the bar area, but it will be opening within the next 2 months. The rooftop, the pool area is all open and everything. It's just the bar that we're still adding and updating before that really fully launches. But very exciting space. You got some great views of Collins Avenue, great views of the buildings surrounding you, some of the, larger buildings, I guess, other hotels or other Art Deco buildings as well. And just a great, beautiful view straight down Collins Avenue at nighttime with all the lights, the buildings lit up, the cars driving by, really fantastic as well. Right there. And then our last F&B outlet is going to be Kobo Cafe, which I mentioned. This one is also not quite open yet. This will be opening this summer. This opens up into our courtyard space. This will be the only restaurant or only space in the property that will be open to guests that are under 21. And this will be our breakfast and lunch cafe, all day dining cafe, opening in the mornings. It's going to be kind of Japanese style sandwiches, sando style sandwiches. As you can see some pictured here, but a really great concept there and really fun, easy, relaxed atmosphere into our courtyard. And that'll be, open into outside guests, which will be fun. But yeah, I mean, that covers all of Hotel Greystone. Hopefully you were able to learn something, and I don't know if anybody's visited already or been in the area. Anytime, anyone's coming down to Miami, hang on, let me stop sharing my screen here. Anytime anyone's coming to Miami, we would love to have you and welcome you for a tour, welcome your clients to stay with us. Myself, Mark, and Anne as well, who was here earlier, we're happy to assist anything you may need. And looking forward to seeing a lot of your faces, seeing a lot of your clients in house as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm open to any questions that you may have, and I guess that concludes it for us.
Are we going to see a tour?
Oh, yes. Let me turn that around. Good point. Sorry about that. So
no worries. I just wanted them to see.
Deborah, I'm hoping you can share our email addresses with everyone here. That's online today, because if someone has any questions or needs any assistance, as Mark said, it would be our pleasure to assist in any way.
Absolutely. Will do, Anne, for sure.
Perfect. So I've got a quick little sneak peek into one of our penthouses. So let me give you a brief tour here. Hopefully everybody can see that all right as we're just kind of going around here. This is one of our penthouses. So one of 8 suites that features this outdoor terrace with that private jacuzzi tub out here as well. I'm going to leave the doors closed as it is a little bit windy outside. It is always sunny in South Beach, as Deborah mentioned, but a little bit breezy today, which is nice on a day when it is 75. It's a nice cool breeze. But these doors in this room particularly would open all the way, so this room can turn into a beautiful indoor-outdoor, or one big large indoor-outdoor space here. As you can see, large king-size bed, and just beautiful views there. Perfect. Take a quick glance into the bathroom, just in case anybody was wondering, which is right around here. We've got large shower and double vanity sinks, and give a little quick glimpse, and then we'll turn back around. So this room is going to be around 400 square feet, 400 to 450 square feet. And then we've got that beautiful outdoor terrace there. That is another, I'd say 350 to 400 square feet right there. Perfect. All right.
Lovely. Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely lovely. So I think there were a couple of questions in the chat I was reviewing. So I'm going to start from the top and kind of go down. So actually, Ethel had a question about Brightline. So it's separate from the hotel. So I'll address that now. Ethel, the destinations that Brightline currently serves are Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. Pretty soon, new stations that are actually under construction currently. And those are Boca Raton, as well as Aventura. The Port Miami station is still under review, so that's not a sure thing just yet. However, summer 2022 is when Brightline will have service to Orlando. So Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Orlando. That is estimated to take a little bit over 2 hours. 2.5 hours, I believe, is what it's estimated to take. Hopefully that answers your question. Summer asked whether there were hotels available for F1, and Anne, I believe you said you have rooms for Formula One.
We do. We have, we actually have a big block in the hotel that we're very excited about, but we certainly do have rooms left available. So if anyone is looking for rooms for Formula One, please do let us know. Please reach out.
Perfect. And someone also asked about parking fees. What's the parking situation at?
So actually I did, and sorry, Mark, I'm
Go ahead.
jumping in. Yes, so we do have parking available. We have valet parking available for $45 per car per night. And it is actually, the parking is ideally located. It's adjacent to the hotel. It's literally across the street. So very conveniently located. So you don't have to wait endless hours to get your car or to pick up your car for that matter. So.
Perfect. And I know, Yasmira, you sent this message to me, but you're here in Miami. Of course, we can make arrangements for you to do a site inspection of this property. I just put Mark and Anne's contacts in the chat. So please feel free to reach out. They would love to welcome you to the property so you can take a view of it. Absolutely. Not a problem.
Thank you.
So I think I answered all the questions that were in the chat, but sometimes some people are shy. They don't want to say. Are there any other questions? Or if you want to just put it in the chat, ask a question on your behalf, that's fine too. I may call your name just because. But anyway, if there are any other questions, please feel free to ask now. Let's see. No, doesn't think. Nobody has any questions? I think they all need cafecito, Mark. I don't know. I think the cold is getting to everyone.
Yes. Well, I mean, we're always available. As you mentioned, thank you for putting our contact information in the chat. If questions come up, they can reach out directly to us as well. If something pops into their minds at a later time and not right now. I just see also here from Mia mentioning it feels a little bit more low key, personalized compared to the Satai. That's a really good point, actually, because we are very intimate. We are, low key, as mentioned, with the 91 rooms. You don't get kind of overcrowded. Everything is very low key, calm, but still great service, but very relaxed atmosphere. You're not going to be overwhelmed by a large hotel or large amounts of guests at one time in any one area, which is really nice.
And the design was really meant to feel like someone's home, so that when you walk in, from the beach with sand on your feet, that you're not alarmed that you're dirtying the carpet or that you're making stains somewhere. It's really meant to feel like you're walking into someone's beach home and that you can just feel comfortable and casual.
So I do actually see one question in the chat. How far are you from Port Miami, roughly?
So Port Miami, I'd say driving, it's tough to say here in South Beach with the traffic sometimes, but I mean, anyway, driving, I'd say probably around 10 to 15 minutes or so. Mileage wise, I think it's probably about 5 to 6 miles or so. It's very close.
Correct.
Yes.
Very, very close. Another thing I wanted to point out, are any GDS codes, any type of, for those GDS users?
Yes, so our GDS code is PW. So you can find us, yes, in the GDS where rates are loaded under Hotel Greystone. Yes.
Perfect.
And the code is P as in Peter, W as in Wagner.
Excellent, excellent. So no other questions, guys? No? So as you can see, I mean, beautiful property. Again, I cannot wait to go back. Oh, do you work with wholesalers?
We do. Yes, we work with most wholesalers, yes.
Excellent, excellent. Beautiful property. If you plan on coming to Miami, please reach out to Anne and Mark and make arrangements to see it. You won't regret it. Actually, you know what? And you probably mentioned this, Mark, but it may have slipped me. For the restaurant, do you have to be a guest to eat at the restaurant?
Oh, no, great point, actually. Thank you. You do not have to be a guest at the hotel to eat at the restaurant. The restaurant, Saravan, and our Greystone bar, they are open to the public. So, okay. Saravan is open every single night at 6 p.m. Besides Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it's closed. But every other night, it is open to the general public. Anybody can come in, walk-ins, make a reservation. It is open to everyone, and it's everybody needs to try it. Absolutely.
But you have to be 21, right?
You have to be 21, yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's all I could think about. So since we don't have any more questions, hopefully you all were paying attention. And Anne and Mark were gracious enough to offer a wonderful prize. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that, and then go ahead and ask the question, and we'll give some of these wonderful folks back a little bit of their Wednesday afternoon.
Perfect. Yeah, so thank you again for joining, everybody. We've got a wonderful prize of a one-night stay at Hotel Greystone, so you can experience it for yourself. So thrilled to look forward to welcoming someone. And the question, hopefully you did pay attention.
I will jump in just for 1 second, Mark. I'm
Okay.
sorry. We are typing in the chat before we even got to the question. So it's going to be for whoever types it first, but I'm not sure. Go ahead, Mark. I don't know if you're going to ask a question or you're changing your mind on something else. We'll see what happens. Anywho.
Well, we'll go with the question. So the question was, how many suites do we have with a private terrace and jacuzzi? So we've got a lot of responses here. I'm going to leave you, Deborah, to judge who was first. It was a lot, but I'm glad everybody paid attention, and that's something that really resonated in their mind. That's important.
Absolutely. It looks like, based on, it's a good thing the chat is one of those things where it's not manipulated, right? And Stefan Atley seems to have been the first one. He clearly had that, like, his finger on the trigger there. So
May have given a little bit of a hint earlier. So good to know that you're paying attention, though.
So Stefan, I'm not sure, is it Stefan or Stephen? Sorry if I butchered your name, but congratulations. I will definitely put you in touch with Mark and Anne so that you'll be able to redeem your prize.
Awesome. Yeah, congrats, Stephen. We look forward to welcoming you.
Yes, but for those of you that perhaps did not win, we do want to let you know that we do offer travel industry rates, and so please do reach out to either one of us so that when you do plan a trip to Miami, please keep us in mind, and we'll be sure to take good care of you, as long as it doesn't fall over peak citywide events. But certainly, we'll do our very best to accommodate you, and would love to meet you and take you around the hotel.
Great. Thank you so much, Anne and Mark. We appreciate you. Any other questions, please feel free to reach out to them about the property, and to myself and Joe, my colleague who's actually on the call as well. You have our email addresses, either one of us, regarding any questions you have about the destination overall. Thank you so very much for joining us this afternoon. We'll give you back about 17 minutes of your time, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon and the rest of the week. And we look forward to seeing you in Miami very soon. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you again.
Take care.